Hey, good morning. Today we're doing a quick video on 12 questions every home buyer should know the answers to. So my name is Marc Giles. I'm a mortgage loan originator in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and then my last number 97969. Just want to reach out, and we've been getting a lot of phone calls this week. So I just want to give some feedback and some information about the type of information that every home buyer should have the answers to, or the questions that you should know the answers to. This is a virtual workshop, and I'll be doing these every Thursday. I just want to kick in and do one this morning just to let people know what we're up to and all the magic we're bringing to the community. So if you have any questions, go ahead and click the button or, chime right in. So also, quick disclaimer, I'm not an attorney. I'm not an accountant. This is not a commitment to lend any money. This is not an offer to solicit any services. It's just informational and educational. If you get something out of it, I'll be happy. I'll be excited. And if you have any legal accounting questions, call your attorney or your accountant, financial planner. So this week's topic, we're talking about the 10 most common questions that you should know the answers to if you are a home buyer. And this is produced by the Center for Home Ownership and Community Enterprise, where our mission is that you can live an independent, dignified lifestyle and, of course, make a lot of money. So if you have any questions, once again, just click below. Let us continue. So once again, my name is Marc Giles. My commitment is to bring you all the information you need to buy a home. I educate home buyers, real estate investors, as well as homeowners. All right. So if you have any questions about any of that, I'm your man, licensed realtor, licensed mortgage loan originator, and we're bringing the goods. We deal with a lot of great realtors in the community, and they have houses for sale, and they have opportunities for you. We want to share and bring that goodness to you. So my passion, once again, is to educate home buyers about the home buying process. If you have any questions, click the button below, and we can do a little chatting about that, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. So let's dive right in. What is the first step in the home buying process? The first step in the home buying process is to get pre-approved for a mortgage. You want to get pre-approved for the mortgage because it's just like when you're buying an automobile. You want to know what the monthly payments are going to be. You know how much you want to know how much cash you have to part with before you can buy your house. That is essential. Get pre-approved. As a mortgage loan originator, I'm approving people every day. We get running your credit. We're analyzing credit. We're checking you out. We're giving you answers to questions. So even if you can't buy right now, we give you all of the answers to the solutions that you might want to, we give you all the answers for your situation so that you can solve these whatever issues that you have going on so that you'll be able to buy your house now or in the near future. And sometimes it might take 6 months, a year, but hey, get yourself pre-approved, and then you will know what you need to do personally to get your home, to get your mortgage. Okay, so in order to buy a home, unless you're buying all cash, you're going to need a mortgage. And so that's the first thing you want to do is get pre-approved. Next question is, how long does it take to buy a home? That's a great question. And it really depends on where you are in the home buying process. If you are just getting pre-approved and learning about what your capabilities are, then that will give you a clear indication and an answer to how long it will take you to buy your home. So you definitely want to get pre-approved. Now, once you are pre-approved and you are ready to go ahead and make an offer and shop for a house, the shopping process is going to take a certain period of time. You'll talk to your realtor about that. And then once you find the house, that's the next stage, right? Now, in different states, it's going to take a different period of time. So for example, in Connecticut, the realtors are the ones who create the contract. And so you go to contract immediately. But in New York, it takes a little longer, right? So the contract process is a little longer in New York. So how long it'll take you to buy a home is really going to be geared towards where you're buying your house and what stage you're in. So if you're at the stage of making your offer or at the stage of going to contract, after you sign a contract, it should take about 4 to 6 weeks to buy your home. Okay, so if you have a few issues, it usually takes a little longer, but you can get in a house these days. I would say if you're ready to go within about 3 months between starting your shopping process to getting your house. That's if you move very quickly. Okay, and it depends on what state you're in. What does the realtor do? That's an excellent question. The answer to that one would be the realtor obviously is here to help you find the house. But some questions you might want to ask and have answered would be, Mr. Realtor or Mrs. Realtor, who are you working for? Are you working for me as a home buyer, or are you working for the seller of the house? And a large part of that will be who is paying the realtor. Now, I know some home buyers who do pay their realtors, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a misconception in this industry that the seller pays the realtor and that's it. That's not always true. A lot of times a buyer will come in and they're very aggressive and they want to make sure that they're represented, especially in the negotiation stages. So you need to know who you are being represented by, or if you're being represented at all. And sometimes the realtor will represent you, but they'll charge a fee. And once again, there's nothing wrong with that either. Good service brings you bring good money. Hopefully, if you're working with a great realtor who's knowledgeable and is an expert, then your fee will be rewarded because he will negotiate or she will negotiate a better price, better incentives, deal with items and issues that if they're not working for you, they may not address. And this is the next one. How much do I have to pay a realtor as a home buyer? Obviously, I would say it should be commensurate with the service that they provide. So you might want to educate yourself in terms of what services these different realtors provide. Shop around, find out. So a realtor who's working part-time and just started in the business, might be a family or friend of yours, they're not going to be able to provide the level of expertise that a realtor who is working full-time, 10 years in the business, doing 5 or 6 houses a month, exclusively works with buyers, exclusively works in that type of town, exclusively works with that type of property. They sometimes will have an expertise that another realtor may not be able to provide. Doesn't mean the other realtor is not good enough or a good realtor, but realtors, just like attorneys, specialize in different areas. Some realtors specialize in rentals. Some realtors specialize in property management. Some realtors specialize in listing houses and representing the seller in their home, where other realtors exclusively represent home buyers. So you might want to ask and really get an understanding of, is this realtor the realtor for you? So these are great questions. Next question that we get a lot would be, what's the best advice for first-time home buyers? Best advice for first-time home buyers, I would really have to say, is get pre-approved, because that will really help you understand what your capabilities are and your time frame in terms of what you need to do. And sometimes getting pre-approved could take 6 months, right? Work with a lot of customers. We get customers in here every day. They need to fix their credit issues. We address that, show you what you need to do to get your credit scores higher. Other things are maybe you're getting a new job, maybe just learning about what your capabilities are. And then sometimes you need a co-signer, right? You might need somebody, your uncle, aunt, cousin, dad, mom, to help out. Sometimes you need to save a little more cash, but it's good to know the pre-approval process, depending on who you're working with. They'll work with you early on in the process. We do it a lot here, and it's something I enjoy doing. And that's why we're doing these videos, to educate people, to answer these questions now. And I'll be recording this and sharing it on our website, where you can review it and learn more with other videos that we have. So what kind of credit score do I need to buy a home? So for example, we have a video about how to increase your credit score. You might want to check that out. It's on our website, attractnewleads.com. So what kind of credit score do I need to buy a home? If you go to a specific bank, they're going to tell you what their credit score requirements are. As a broker, we are able to sift through many different banks to find out who is offering lower credit scores or offering mortgages with lower credit scores versus the higher credit scores, and what the requirements are and what are the interest rates that are tied to those credit scores, and the benefits and the drawbacks. So where we work, we shop it around. All right. So if you need somebody to shop it around, you want to go to a broker. If you want somebody to, when I say shop it around, I mean, if you are looking for a mortgage and you feel your credit isn't great, sometimes you'll go to a broker and the broker will go to the different banks for you. All right. I work with a brokerage. And other times, if you just want to go to one lender, maybe the lender you do your banking with, they'll let you know what their minimum credit score requirements are. But real quick, highest credit score I've seen are in the low 800s. Lowest credit scores are below 500. If you're in the mid sixes, you have decent credit. So don't, some people come in all the time and saying, oh, my credit is horrible. We run the credit. They have a 660 score. There's nothing wrong with that. 640 score, 620 score, even 600. And now a lot of banks are easing back to 580. So there's hope. Okay. Everybody doesn't have to have a 900 credit score, 800 credit score. Okay. Are there special buying programs that I should know about? Absolutely. There are many different programs. You have FHA. That's one of the most premier. That's the premier first-time home buyer program in the nation, as far as I'm concerned. All right. FHA is a government program. It's a mortgage insurance company that enables people to buy homes with as little as 3.5% down. So you're buying a $400,000 house. That's $14,000. That's pretty good, as opposed to having to put down 20%, which would be $80,000. And you're still getting a great interest rate. You're getting great terms. It's a 30-year fix that you can get with this program. And once again, it's a government program that's designed to help home buyers get in homes with less cash out of their pocket. So I highly recommend that one. And the next question, and then we're going to kind of wrap it up, would be, hold on a second. How much money do I need for down payment? Like we said, you could buy a house with as little as 3.5% down with an FHA, but there's also a conventional program where you can put down as little as 3% down. And there's also another program called the USDA program. That's a loan program that is enables you to buy a house with zero down. And once again, a lot of people think, oh, if I buy a house with zero down, my payment's going to skyrocket. That is not true. That's why you need the pre-approval to get an understanding of what the difference would be in your situation if you put down zero money. Veteran loans, VA, zero money down requirement. It's a government loan for people who have served in the military or currently serve in the military. We do those all the time as well. And okay, so I just wanted to reach out, share, let people know what we're up to over here. Another quick question. What are the fees besides the down payment? That's called your closing costs. If you're buying a house, there are closing costs associated with the loan. Depending on where you're located, where the house that you're buying is located will determine what your closing costs will be. Closing costs are basically fees that the bank requires you to pay because you want them to lend you the money. And their perception is that for them, this is an investment. Lending you the money is an investment. And in order to make sure that their investment is a sound investment, they want to make sure that the due diligence is done. And during that due diligence process, they will be doing an appraisal to make sure that the house is worth what you're buying it for. The bank will be doing a title search to make sure that whoever's selling you the house actually owns the house, things like that. But when these require services to be done, and those services cost money, and so the lender will require that you, the buyer, pay those fees because you're the one who wants to get the house. And it's kind of like a handshake. The lender's working with you, and you're going to work with the lender to make sure that the lender's happy that this is a sound investment. And it also protects you too. When do I get the keys? You get the keys at what we call the closing. This is the closing is when you get the keys to the house and the seller gets the money that you're borrowing. You're paying him the money, you're borrowing some of it, most of it, and the seller gets his money at the closing. You get the keys, and it's a celebration. And the bank gets a stack of papers. It's kind of a promissory note called a mortgage. It's a note and the mortgage. They get that at the closing, and that's the day that we're all working toward, because that's the day you get your house and you move in. And one other question is, okay, all right, so we're going to do a case study. Actually, what we're going to do, I'm going to be doing another video. If you log in and sign up for, it's all free, right? You sign into our website. I'm going to do a case study for you, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to show you this house right here. We just closed on this house a couple of days ago in Connecticut. And so we'll show you what the monthly payments were, how the person bought the house, what they had to pay to get this house in their name, right? So this is a beautiful house, very peaceful, has a babbling brook. Show you some more pictures. That's the interior of the house. Basement, really nice, clean. So I'm inviting you to come and check out our website, attract new leads. And once again, this is presented to you by the Center for Homeownership. It's a non-for-profit, non-governmental agency. We're just committed to educating people about home ownership. And I'd love for you to join us if you're interested in buying a home or know somebody who does want to buy a home now in the near future. Please refer them over. We'd love to talk with them too, help them achieve their goals, their dreams. Once again, let me just give you a clear picture. This is the house that we just financed a couple of days ago. And yeah, we're going to show you how much it costs to put down, what the purchase price was, and all that good stuff when you come into our website, Attract New Leads. Sign up, register now, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.